Today we'll be unboxing the heroic warrior goddess on Rip It Open with Newman. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing the cartoon collection Teela from Mattel Toys. Created in 1981 as one of the first figures in the Masters of the Universe line, Teela is the captain of the Royal Guard of the Palace of Eternos. She fights along He-Man and her father Man-at-Arms to protect the secrets of Castle Grayskull from the evil Skeletor. Although unbeknownst to her, she is secretly the daughter of the sorceress of the very castle she protects. Welcome back to another Masters of the Universe Friday, everyone. Today we're going to be continuing the cartoon collection with Teela, the warrior goddess. So far the cartoon collection has been a 3 for 3 for me, so let's see if this is going to be a 4 for 4. But before all that, we're going to go ahead and take some close-ups of the packaging. First, we're going to take a look at the front. Here's some lovely artwork of the Filmation Castle Grayskull. And on the back, we have some more great original artwork, as well as other toys available in this wave. So let's not waste any more time, and let's rip this thing open. Here we have your standard Masters of the Universe Origins and Cartoon Collection packaging. We're just going to go ahead and rip the card back off. Here we've got the mini comic that comes with it. Here's the front. And we're going to go ahead and flip this over and take a look at the back. This is the same image that was on the back of the card box. Still looks good. Alright, so we're going to set this aside, and now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the instructions. It shows all the parts that are modular that you can take off and swap with other Origins figures or cartoon collection figures. We've got some plastic ties, so I'm going to take out my X-Acto knife and cut these from the back so as to not damage the figure. Alright, so let's go ahead and take out her shield we've got right here. And we're going to take out another accessory. It's her sword. And lastly, a training droid. Looks like something out of Star Wars. Alright, so let's go ahead and take her out, and here we've got the figure right here. Alright, so now it's time to get up close and personal with this figure. So let's go ahead and change positions, sweep this off, and boom. Okay, so now that we have the figure in hand, and it's looking really good. Looking very nice. It looks very Filmation accurate for as much as you can given the Origins stature. Has a good look, has a good feel. So let's go ahead and go over the articulation first. Alright, so head is good. Good range of movement. Up, down, left, right. She can look up. That's good. It's nice that the collar is flexible so you can get some range of movement there. Let's check out the arms. They go up about that far. Let's check the elbows. Single joint at the elbow. Single joint here as well. Both good, nice and tight. Let's check the wrists. Wrists are nice and tight. Go all the way around and they flex back and forward. Let's check out the other hand. That's also good. Goes back and forward. Alright, so very nice there. We're going to check out the waist. Waist swivel is there. I'm glad that tassel is plasticky. Let's check out the knees. Single joint to the knee. Single joint to the knee right here. And, you know, it kind of feels like a missed opportunity to do the double joint, but that's not Origins. We've got a cut at the boot on both of them. Both looking really good. And a very good ankle pivot. An excellent ankle pivot, if I do say so myself. That's very nice. Yeah, okay, so other one's good as well. So let's see if we can go ahead and get her into a couple of simple poses. Let's get her arms flexed in a aggressive stance and knees bent just a little bit. Alright, she's ready for battle. Very nice. Oh, okay, that looks good from that angle. That looks really good.
That guy's a pervert.
Yeah, very Filmation-y. The scale of these figures are surprisingly good. They're Origins, but they're not quite Origins. Let's look at the accessories. So we've got the battle droid right here. It's all in one color plastic. It's pretty basic. Good sculpt though. It looks nice. Next we have her very phallic looking sword. That's an unfortunate design choice. It's a little bent, but we can straighten that out. And we have her shield, which is a plainer version of the shield that she has in Origins. So let's go ahead and test these accessories out. Let's start off with the sword. Let's see how that fits in her hand. The way it's bent, it kind of looks like a pirate sword. No worries though, we can get that bent back. Yeah, see, it already looks better. Alright, and here we go. Now that's a good looking pose. Very good. Alright, let's try the shield. I'm not a big fan of how the shield is. I mean, the shield looks good like that, but the way that she has to hold it, yeah, see, look at that. The way that she has to hold it, it doesn't strap on like the male shields do, and I'm not quite sure why. I think it should, because here it just looks like she's carrying the top of a trash can. It only looks good from certain angles. Let's go ahead and bring out our third accessory, the flying droid. It's a shame that there isn't a stand that you could put it on, like Orko. But, you know, it is what it is. They're only going to give you so many accessories. And she's got 3, which is 1 more than all the other cartoon figures I've reviewed. But looking at this figure, it's a very nice figure. It's very well sculpted. That head sculpt is amazing. The detail in the eyes and the eyebrows is especially good. We've got the classic hair, too. The armor looks really good. The boots, everything. It looks really nice. So far, it feels like this figure is the most cartoon accurate. And it honestly has one of the best Teela head sculpts out there. Masterverse classics included. Also, it looks as though she is very well balanced. She stands up very easily on my ill-balanced table. So because this is your standard store release figure, accessories and articulation are going to be somewhat limited. So we're going to go to the next portion of our video, which is comparing it to other Teelas. Now, this is my only Teela that I have outside of the box. Everything else is going to be in package, and I'm still awaiting that Mondo Teela. So we're just going to stick with the other Origins Teelas. In package, of course. Now we're just going to set Cartoon Teela to the side, and bada boo bada bee, Teela for you, and now Teela for me. Okay, so right off the bat you can see the height difference. They're the same height even though the Teela on the right is in the package and a little higher up. On a closer inspection, you can really see the difference in the face sculpt. The one on the right looks very dollish, and the one on the left looks very Filmation inspired. It honestly makes the one on the right look like a plain Jane. Moving on to the Teela that came with the Zor 2-pack, you can see a few more similarities, but that's most likely because her snake armor is off, so the comparison's a little bit easier. The colors are sort of the same. The one on the left has a more gold color, whereas the one on the right is much more yellowish. Now comparing some of the accessories, starting off with the shield, you can see how the one in package is a lot more intricately designed. Comparing the swords, you can see, obviously, the color difference. And the fact that the one in package is much more serpent-themed, whereas the one for Filmation is sort of generic. But now away with you, and we're going to go focus back on our Cartoon Collection Teela. Let's do a little bit more playing around with this thing. Let's see what sort of action poses we can get her in. My favorite action pose to put any figure in is the flying sidekick. It usually doesn't work with these Origin figures, and it looks like it's not really going to work for Teela either, but hey, why not? All in all, this looks like another really solid figure. The joints are all nice, figure poses are easy to get into, and it's an overall clean looking figure. Lovely. Okay, so final thoughts. This is another easy win for Mattel. So far, I think the Cartoon Collection is their most consistently good line, right up there with Origins. And for the folks like me who grew up with the Filmation series before the actual toy line, this Cartoon Collection actually surpasses Origins. At least for me. It's the only figure line from Mattel's Masters of the Universe that I'm going to be consistently opening up. The other ones can stay in package for the most part, I'm okay with that, but the Cartoon Collection, these are definitely going to be posed and on my shelf. And the proportions of this particular figure even outclass the other Cartoon Collection figures. It's really the size of the head, it's much better proportioned. The other male figures lean just a little too closely to the, well, quite frankly, big-headed look of the Origins line and, you know, the original 1981 line. I don't say that as a negative, it's just how the Origins line is stylistically designed. It's funny, as a kid I never really sought after the female figures like Teela and the Sorceress and Evelyn, but this figure is so good, I'm really anticipating the other female figures in this line more so than the male figures. And I'm really anticipating the male figures, so that's kind of saying something. If there are Origins collectors out there who are not interested in this particular Cartoon Collection line, I would still recommend getting this one particular figure. It easily outclasses the Origins Teela's figures, both of them, quite frankly. If nothing else, just get it for the head sculpt. The figure is affordably priced, and you can still find it pretty much everywhere. Great job, Mattel. You get a gold star. Okay, folks, that's pretty much going to wrap everything up. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Ring the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.